water from air is not a new concept. It's a very old concept. But it's not organized. That's what I took as a challenge, to kind of organize this particular technology, scale it up and see where we can build a market for it. Water has been completely ignored, and people really don't care about water because people take water completely for granted. Hello, I'm Navkaran Singh Bagga, the founder and CEO of Akvo, and we are making water out of air. I really wish that my story was dramatic. Unfortunately, it wasn't so. I just purely looked at it that the next 10 years are going to be about the environment and sustainability. I'm a third generation Calcuttan. I grew up here in Calcutta, so we've been here for 3 generations now. My great-grandfather moved to Calcutta way back in 1938, and my father was born here and I'm born here. So my core family business is that of merchant exports. So we do international trade, deal in engineering goods, bicycle spare steel. But that's not quite what I joined first.
He is over-ambitious. Not ambitious, he's over-ambitious. I have a different type of business, a steel business, hotel business, exports. But he wanted to do something new.
When I came back from the UK, my father really wanted to always own a hotel. So he bought a hotel back in 2006. And when I came back in 2007, I just started running it. So that's where I learned the ropes of business. So I started the hotel from scratch. And then in 2009, he decided that he wanted to kind of start steel and get into the steel business. And in 2016, after running it for 4 years, I found a strategic investor, a customer of mine, a very large corporate. So I basically became redundant overnight, right? So I moved from being an operational person to just sitting on the board. And then I started to look for the next gig. So the first thing that happens in large corporates is a big team comes in, right? So everything starts to professionalize. So I did a handover for about 6 months. And then I had no role there anymore. So then I started to look at what else I can do, right? What are the kind of ventures I can get into? What is the market doing? Is there any new technologies that we can look at? So that's how we kind of looked at something in the renewable space, in the environment sustainability space. And water is something that really caught my eye, because I really think that water is a completely ignored sector. You know, everybody is just completely focusing on energy, fuel, batteries, EVs, things like that. But that basic right of water, that's very important. And a lot of people have ignored that for many, many years. And that's how kind of looked at the water segment, what kind of technologies exist. And water from air just seemed like an amazingly interesting idea.
When he came with the idea, I was a little bit hesitant. So it took me time. So laterally I agreed. I said, you can go ahead with this, the journey 2016 to 2024. The journey was tough, but he adopted, he changed the system, he made the new mechanism his own.
So that moment of seeing that, this makes business sense and this is a sector that's ignored, that's when I started to look at technologies we could build or acquire or distribute, because that was the journey, right? I don't have an engineering background. I'm a finance student. So to look at what can be built, how things work, is simply from a market perspective, studying technologies that are available. An air-to-water machine or an atmospheric water generator is a lot like an air conditioner. It uses the same core components, a fan, a coil, a compressor. So the experts we thought we needed were pretty much people who knew refrigeration, who knew how to build air conditioners, who knew how to build chillers, because the process is same. So I built the first team of roughly about 7 people, all engineers, because I'm not one, and tried to see if we can, kind of make an active water capturing system. The first machine we tried to build on the drawing board was a large machine, something that could generate 1,000 liters of water per day. And we went down that route. It took us roughly about between 8 to 9 months. And when we saw that machine, throwing out 40 liters per hour of water from no water source, it was a very exciting moment for us. But what I would learn later is that just because you built something that seems like a solution, is it a solution for a problem, or is it a solution looking for a problem? In my case, I think it was more a solution looking for a problem. Because like I said, water has been completely ignored, and people really don't care about water because people take water completely for granted. Water is commoditized globally, right? In terms of India, not so much, but from Western perspective, water eats the corporations that charge people for water. What we're doing with our system is we're decommoditizing it. We're saying you can be water independent. You can own your own systems that extract water from air. It can cost anywhere between 2 to 3 rupees per liter of water extracted through our systems. But at least you're not having to pay the 20, 30, 40 rupees per liter that you pay for today. We're giving people complete water independence, right? And the minute you give people water independence or independence in anything, you decommoditize it. Because then you're not giving power in the hands of large corporates or simply just people who can brand certain things and package it. Offices are used to getting the 20-liter jars for their employees. You would have seen it everywhere, right? In our case, if you install our systems at location, then you're transmission free. You're generating water on site, straight from the air. All you require is energy. That makes it a lot easier, right? So you become completely water independent. You don't need to depend on any other external water source. You're not relying on the municipal corporation or on tankers or on bottled water. So if you can independently have a device that captures the humidity in the air to give you water, that's complete water independence. There's an Indian oil refinery in Haldia, roughly about 100 kilometers from Calcutta. And that refinery is on 300 acres. Around the 300 acres, they set up 6 drinking water points. 300-liter systems, which are independent drinking water systems. They're an all-in-one systems. They generate water, filter water, store water, all on one side. And workers just go up, press a button, get water from there. It's now been 6 years. 900 people daily drink water from our machines in the refinery. That was a key example of who our customers could be, right? What are the problems we're solving? And being able to provide pure, clean drinking water in a highly contaminated environment. That was a huge problem that we saw. So when we first shipped our machines to Qatar, we didn't realize the climatic intricacies there. What would happen if it was too hot? What would happen if the humidity was too low? And when we shipped our first machine, the people that we shipped were very unhappy with the performance because a 100-liter machine was only giving an output of 25, 30 liters a day. So that was something where we took a beating because we didn't understand that there's that angle of the technology that needs to be played out. But it took us 6 months to fix that, because then we started making machines that were designed to work in arid climates, in high heat environments. So now I can proudly say our systems are the best systems that perform in the Gulf. There's no other atmospheric water generator in the world that performs as well in GCC area as ours do. And by 2018 March, we started to hear news of Cape Town. That Cape Town is going to run out of water. Day zero is coming. And I thought it's a fantastic business opportunity. I picked up my bags and in May 2018, I went to Cape Town. And as soon as you landed then, around those days, right? Biggest hoarding there. We will be running out of water on next date. 45 days to day zero. Things like that. So the international media was talking about how big a water crisis Cape Town is in. And I didn't sell a single machine. So I was there for 8 days. And that's when I realized, yes, I think we are a solution looking for a problem. So to convince people that the water crisis is imminent or urbanization is going to create water stress in a lot of parts, that is something people still don't see. I really don't think that the world is in a water crisis situation, right? Because there is an abundant amount of water. The real problem we have, that is a water management problem. Because people waste a lot of water, it's not managed well, it's not stored well. A lot of the water gets wasted on a daily basis. Bangalore is the same thing that's happening. Chennai was a similar thing that happened. In spite of so many rains continuously, right? Chennai has been flooded pretty much every year of the last few years. But still, every summer they're down to the same thing, where they have no water. I can tell you that we have 2,000 plus installations in 15 countries around the world. So, as we see more and more corporates in terms of adopting our technology in India, at least on a daily basis today, Akvo generates roughly 300,000 liters of water per day from the air. Our target in the next 2 years is to take that up to at least 1 million liters of water extracted on a daily basis. We obviously have footprint in a couple of countries that we're working in, like we have machine in Philippines, we're shipping some to Colombia, we have machine in Mexico and other countries like that. So our idea is to first obviously penetrate those markets, build up the amount of machines that are installed there. At the same time, in India now, we've started offering to large corporates and enterprises what we call WOW, Akvo WOW, which is water on want. If they can give us a minimum guarantee of how much water they need, we go in and install machines at our cost and have a contract where they pay us for every liter generated from here. And I think that's how we're going to change the game and how we slowly make a shift from being a product company to a solutions company specifically, right? Where people don't have to really buy our technology, they can rent it. I think renewables in terms of water is going to be the next big thing. How can we regenerate water? How can we extract water from the air? How can we minimize waste? So that's exactly the traction that's happening now. So it's going to be a complete combination of different technologies to solve this problem.